we use a term in engineering when you're dealing with a program called AutoCAD. So there's a command that you can do called exploding a drawing, and it basically uh, separates all layers of a drawing and allows you to get into the details of each piece. And so um, when you get into your everyday career and you're doing this anyway, and this can translate to any career, take that problem that you're dealing with and explode it, take out each piece and dissect it. And so that something like that has definitely helped me with being able to problem solve and come up with new ideas or just things like that. So
Oh no! I don't get it. It's okay. We get it.
I was like, yes, Lord, come on with the cancellations.
Ooh, we going in and now just kidding.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm black. Am I good?
He's with the best of them, and he's one of my favorite men to come emphasize.
that entrance sounds like much more than who I actually am.
Okay, so my guest of honor describes himself as just a guy from around the way, but I believe that his journey has molded him into a multifaceted man with many talents. He's currently working as a project manager with the private-owned firm associate of Proctor and Gamble. He runs his own blog entitled Tecumseh X, where he shares his love for travel, fashion, and being an inspiration through his actions and integrity. His personal motto is hard work pays off, smart work pays better. He's focused, determined, and he's one of my favorite men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. My guest of honor is Tecumseh Graham. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for that. That entrance sounds like much more than who I actually am. but I appreciate it though.
It's the truth though. It's okay. I know it's hard to hear stuff about yourself. I'm the same way, so don't even feel bad about that.
Yeah, but I appreciate it though. I'm glad to be able to be an inspiration to people.
That's what we've been placed here to do.
Hey, absolutely, and I appreciate you inviting me on the show. I know you are doing big things. I've seen quite a few interviews that you've done with people. So continue moving. It's very good and it's necessary, especially at a time like this.
Thank you. I definitely will. Definitely will. So tell me a little bit about how quarantine is going for you.
Quarantine is really not going for me. I mean, I haven't really stopped working. Thank goodness. The company that I work for was deemed essential from day one, and so I've been able to continue working, and so that's a blessing. And
Yeah.
so I'm really thankful. But other than that, it's just outside of the work scope. It's been interesting, just trying to adapt to things not being open, trying to all those types of things. So just like everybody else with that in that aspect.
Absolutely. You go to the store and you're like, dang, they closed already.
Yeah. Most definitely. There's a particular retail store that I shop at kind of often, and I go over there and I'm like, man, why is it already closed?
They said we got to go home. We don't got time for this.
Right. It's crazy.
It is. I feel like we've all dealt with things and had to come through a lot of trial and error to get to where we are now. So could you tell me about your journey to get to this Tecumseh we see today?
Oh man, the journey that has brought me here has been a journey that has been guided by God Himself. That's for sure. I've been able and been very thankful to go. I was blessed to be able to go to a great university and get my education from a higher institute of education, UT Arlington. Shout out to them. And after that, it's been a lot of just growing up, trial and error, reading a lot of different books, and really opening my eyes to understand that there is more to life than going to somebody's 9 to 5. And 401ks and all that good stuff sound good, but there's so much more to be seen. And I guess the biggest thing that that kind of brought me to where I am now was just understanding that, like I said, hard work pays off, but smart work pays better. I mean, you gotta be efficient and be adaptable to the time. So just opening my eyes and understanding and taking advantage too. And I don't mean to
Yeah.
make my answer like super long, but taking
Oh,
advantage of
no.
the fact that I don't have, I don't have a spouse, I don't have any kids, anything like that. So all I have is my dog, and he's, sitting right next to me right now. But understanding that, I can kind of take some risk right now, and
Yeah.
and then always, what I'm saying, like I said, keeping God first for sure, and consulting with Him before I make any moves, put my best foot forward, and staying attached to the childhood imagination and ambition that has driven me since I was a kid. So
I love that you said sticking to your childhood imagination, because I feel like a lot of people lose that whenever they go through things, or whenever they just, journey throughout life. They tend to think
mhm.
about things more practical than, allowing their mind to at least, create the images that could be your future. So I love the
Yeah,
fact
most
that you
definitely.
said that. I'm the
I
same way.
appreciate it. Yes, but and I don't even blame. That's just what we're taught. We're taught that from a generation that went through different things.
Yeah,
So they pass to our generation the best knowledge that they know, that has gotten them to the stage of success that they're in. And so if they don't, if they don't know any better, they can't really teach us any better. So we appreciate the baby boomers, but this is a new a new turn in life right now. This is the
mm,
information age, technology age. So what is now tradition was at one point in time innovation and
hmm
radical in itself. So
absolutely. So tell me how you got to decide that engineering was your passion, or if that was your path.
um well, at one point in time, I wanted to major in chemistry, but then I figured out that after mixing together as a kid, after mixing together Windex and some other household items, I probably shouldn't do that because I probably would turn to a mad scientist. But on top of that too, I really didn't see myself being in anybody's like laboratory with a coat, and I didn't really know. Chemistry was just a interesting topic to me, just because of how things work, and really just because stuff blows up when you mix stuff. So
hmm
engineering was like engineering was like an opportunity for me to utilize some mechanical skills and still continue to be creative, be a problem solver. I mean, of course, the career title itself sounded good. Everybody always talks about, when they talk about some of the big four, a big few careers. They talk about lawyers, engineers, doctors, and all that type of stuff. So
Absolutely.
it was just an opportunity to continue to use creativity and be a problem solver. That was the biggest thing, and really and truly, and being an engineer is like, I think. And this is just me speaking from a personal thing, is I believe everybody's an engineer because
hmm
people are engineers of their own lives. Now, whether you have the professional title or whatever, I mean, it is what it is, but you are an engineer of your own life.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. Do you feel like the skills that you learned in school transferred?
um, let me let me be very frank with everybody right now who thinks about math as related to engineering. You really don't use you really don't use that much. I mean, not in my job. Maybe in some other principles of engineering, because I'm a project engineer right now. Let me answer your question directly. Some of the classes, yes.
Okay,
Some of the classes I took did definitely help me out. Thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, things like that did help me with where I am now. Now, taking 3, 4 levels of calculus, I haven't done a calculus problem since I don't know when, so that was pointless.
ooh, you're not speaking my
you
language at all. I'm not a math person.
I mean, I'm not either. The only thing that got me through it was the science part. I'm a science guy, but I mean, some of the classes and things that I did definitely did help me to further on and be successful in this career path so far. Now, I will say the one thing that definitely has translated from engineering curriculum is the problem solving and thinking. The think we use a term in engineering when you're dealing with a program called AutoCAD. So there's a command that you can do called exploding a drawing, and it basically separates all layers of a drawing and allows you to get into the details of each piece. And so when you get into your everyday career and you're doing this anyway, and this can translate to any career, take that problem that you're dealing with and explode it. Take out each piece and dissect it. And so that something like that has definitely helped me with being able to problem solve and come up with new ideas or just things like that. So
Yeah, I can definitely see how, because you're analyzing yourself and analyzing different things. So that enhances your perspective in general.
yeah, it
That's
does.
great. It definitely does. What advice would you give someone that is preparing to navigate the collegiate world?
Man, take advantage. Take advantage of the time that you have and utilize all resources. Um, and don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself to the career title that you're after. Because I think personally, because you get so attached to being whatever the title is of the major that you're going after, that you tend to lose the what we talked about earlier, the childhood imagination, and you start to allow people to talk you into be realistic and be practical and be all those things. Do what it is that makes you happy. Do what it is that make do write the best formula for yourself for success and happiness, and that's what you go after. Make sure that somebody in entering the collegiate world, enjoy yourself. Don't take things so seriously. Be well balanced. There's a lot of guys that we both went to school with. A lot of people that we both went to school with that were really, really book smart and made the dean's list, best GPAs, and all that type of stuff, but they have no people skills. Right. So make sure you balance yourself. If you have if you come out of college with a B average, BC, even a C average, BC average type GPA, it's fine. But make sure that you have a balance of social skills, because at the end of the day, whatever occupation you decide to go into, more than likely they're going to teach you what they want you to do anyway. So be adaptable, get involved, have fun, have a lot of fun. I mean, you and I both know, as being members of Greek organizations, that you got to have fun. And don't move too fast. Don't be in a rush. I mean, there's plenty of life after college.
Plenty, Lord Jesus, plenty.
Plenty of life, plenty of expenses, plenty of bills, all of that good stuff.
Stuff we don't want.
No, nobody wants bills.
take me back to less bills, but
man, take me back to Greek Wednesdays, please.
Exactly. We had a good time in college. We worked hard, but we played hard. So that's what it is.
Shirts with no sleeves, hanging out, just just chilling.
And leather jacket.
Exactly. Just relaxing.
I think it's interesting how a lot of kids are afraid to leave home. Like, even when they're choosing their college, they're like, "Ooh, I think I want to stay close to home," and don't want to challenge themselves in that way. So, you live in California now, right? Or where do you live now?
No, I'm actually back in Texas now. I live in
Texas?
I live in Euless right now.
But you've traveled.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been blessed and to travel, so I'm very thankful for that.
What could you tell a kid that's questioning if they should leave or if they should even, take on the challenge of a new area?
Go, go do it. I mean, honestly, go do it because that lets you know where you are currently in life. I think um, it's a good challenge. Like I said, I think it's a good challenge for yourself to find out what you're made of.
Hmm.
Definitely find out, what type of person you are, what types of things that you've retained and learned over the years, and it's challenging. And allow yourself to learn new things. There's
Hmm.
a whole lot of world out here, and I mean, especially with social media today. Mad people are always like looking at all these different types of destinations and vacations and places that we're exposed to a whole lot more visually these days, and so take advantage of that because again, there's a whole lot of life to live after things with college and stuff like that. You can always there's plenty of expenses and and liabilities out here. So go and explore, and you never know the types of people you might meet. You never know what types of acceleration that you can experience. You never know who you might be meant to inspire just by going outside of yourself.
Hmm.
There may be somebody that may be looking at you like the same way you're asking me right now. Is like they meant that next generation may want to go out of town or may want to explore more, but they may be questioning. So they're looking at you as what is my mentor, or what is this other person going to do? And if like I said, lead by example. But definitely, I would say get out and explore.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Tell me a little bit about your blog and what your mission is with your blog.
Um, my blog, which I really need to update, but
Same here.
the mission with the blog is just to inspire young men, young generations of men to present yourself professionally and with integrity at all times. Style, I believe, is a forefront of what type of person you are. And it allows you to express creativity in the way you put things together, color wise, fabric wise, um, what types of things you wear to different settings. But the blog is really about, allowing people to get to know me a little better too. Like I said, I really need to update it, but just I want to make sure that I'm not putting out there a life that I'm not living. You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah.
I don't have I don't have a mansion. I don't have the most expensive luxury car and all that type of stuff. I aspire to get to that point, but the blog is to bring anybody who looks at it along with the journey, and just see the ups and downs, the challenges, and uh, how I deal with challenges, and hopefully that can kind of help you. Whoever looks at it helps the audience look at things from a different perspective as well, you know.
Hmm.
And maybe something I do, say, wear, post, or whatever it may be. Hopefully something will stick.
Yeah.
So,
Do you feel like you have a future in fashion?
I mean, I'm not like trying to be. I'm definitely not trying to be a quote unquote like fashion model or anything like that.
Hmm.
I feel like I dress decent. I mean,
You dress
but
very nice, Tecumseh.
I appreciate that.
Impeccable.
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I don't know that I have a future in fashion, but the thing of it from New York, you got to dress a certain way or you get clowned. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. And I definitely was not the guy that wanted to get clowned too much. So future in fashion, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say I'm after that, but if the opportunity presents itself and things are ripe for that type of opportunity. I see it as a lucrative thing and another avenue to where I can inspire somebody. Then yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, you never know what God is gonna do. So it's like we just on
Yeah,
this
so
ride. So we just trying to see what he gonna do.
yeah, you can never just say no. I don't want to do that, and just be adaptable. Just be adaptable to things.
Absolutely. So what role would you say your spirituality plays in your life?
My spirituality plays a huge role, and it is the foundational role for everything that I do. Just because there is so many things to be thankful for, and when you say spirituality, I know you got to be somewhat ambiguous because some people don't believe in all the same things, but I know I believe in God, the one
Absolutely.
true God,
Hmm.
and the one thing, and I'll say this here, the reason, and I don't know who's going to see this, but the reason why I believe in God, the one true God, is because other religions and spirituality practices um, exalted a person to the position that they're in.
Hmm.
They exalted them. There's only one God that said, "I am God." The way, the truth, and the light. And if he stood up and was like, "Hey, I am," and there's many places in the Bible where he says, "I am."
Hmm.
And anybody, and any I say anybody, but any being or whatever it is that says I am, you might want to listen to
Yeah.
that because there's nothing that follows that. But I mean, the role that it plays for me is just it keeps me grounded. Most definitely, it provides my foundation for the things that I do. It allows me to really bring back all the decisions that I make, and then it allows me somebody to continue to consult with.
Hmm.
There's not always times when you want to talk to another human being, and because people have their perspectives and they have their opinions, but with God and what I believe in, I can talk to Him about anything, and He knows me better than I know myself. So,
Absolutely.
and it allows me to ask for guidance in everything, ask for wisdom and discernment. It brings me to a place of humility every day, where I
Hmm.
can look around and be thankful in advance, and just to say, hey, I don't have to be here right now. We don't have to be here right now in this interview.
Right.
There's a plethora of different paths that life could have taken to both of us, but he has orchestrated things to where we can be right here having this conversation right now. And so the conversation that we're having at this very moment could uh, go to the next person and inspire them to say, if they were on the fence about, their spirituality or believing in, whatever it is they believe in, this could be the push to say, hey, maybe I should go check out this God character, or whatever it is that you go to. So it's just something to always be really, really thankful for.
Because the path could definitely have went a different way for
Oh
any of
yeah,
us.
yeah, most definitely.
Any of us. I think that it's important that we have that relationship with Christ and with God, and but I also believe that the people we keep around us have a way
Mhm.
of either supporting us or pulling us away from our purpose. So
Yeah.
I always ask people, what are your like 5 non-negotiables when it comes to friendships and relationships? Like, what type of morals do your friends have to be in your circle?
Oh man, you got to be hungry to be in my circle.
Hmm.
You gotta be hungry, uh, and you gotta. I think for the most part, don't stress about everything. You want to be around me. I'm a real easygoing person. I try not to stress too much about things that I can't control. Um, so be hungry, um, figuratively, and literally, like I like to eat. So I like to eat. I like to cook. So and like like to travel, um, be adventurous, like to have fun, be for yourself have a ground in Christ and be have a relationship with the Lord, most definitely. Because I know no disrespect, but somebody's out there worshiping somebody else. Well, Satan. I can't be friends with you.
Nah, it's a hard
I mean,
pass.
I probably will. I probably will have a conversation with you because I want to know where you derive that thought, though, that belief from. But I don't know. I'm not here to convince you to believe what I believe in. But yeah, I mean, I think those are the top things. Just be hungry, be ambitious about life, have a relationship with God. Actually, be hungry for food, and be adventurous, and be appreciative. Be definitely always keep a mindset of being thankful for everything that you have. No matter what it is.
Absolutely. Now, when you talk about being hungry, that means we have to spend money. So,
Yeah.
in this adult life, we have to learn how to budget and manage our money well. So, what are some tips you can give us on that? Being able to maintain a lifestyle and budget well.
um, One of the biggest things I can say is to if you are wanting to have financial advantage and financial prosperity,
Mm-hmm.
learn from somebody who's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to anybody's parents, but if your parents been broke their whole lives, obviously they're not the people to consult with about money matters. Learn from somebody who's doing it. Again, perspective of and I think you probably agree with this, especially with Black families, is always talk about save, save, save. We never
Mm-hmm.
talk about increasing income. Be be don't be so focused on saving because you can only save so much from what you earn. But
Right.
if you increase your income, you can save more.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say with financial matters, always look to see how you can be utilize whatever skills that you have, or attain new skills in order to increase your income. And you know, enjoy your finances. Whatever finances that you do have. I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't want to tell people what to do and what not to do with their money. Make whatever decisions that are gonna turn out the best circumstances for you. Be mindful of everything that money affects because it does affect a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Friendships, relationships. Um, a lot of my bros know that when they tried to ask me for money in college, one of the first things I always asked them was, "Are you working?"
Yes. Are you working?
Because borrowing is taking a loan out, so that means I'm expected back.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's things. Of course, there's times you just you loan out money to friends, and it is what it is. Be giving, be a cheerful giver. That's what the Lord tells us.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say don't enable people to extract all your finances from you, and teach them that
Mm-hmm.
they need to go get their own.
Mm-hmm. Teach a man how to fish. You,
Absolutely.
yeah. How do you define success and happiness?
Um, how do I define success and happiness? That's a deep question. Success and happiness for me is being able to have choices being able to have choices in life, you know, of what I want to do from day to day.
Mhm.
Um, if if I can make the 9 to 5 that I go to right now an option, that's a happy moment for me. You know, not that I have to, so I don't have to depend upon that. If I can help a family member who is sick, terminally ill, and things are the we'll put it this way: if I have a family member that's ill, and the one thing that takes to fix everything that's wrong with them is one little pill. If I have the finances to buy that one little pill, even if it's X amount of dollars, and if I can do that for them, that's happiness for me,
Mm.
because I've been able to put myself in a position to where I can help you to continue to live.
Yeah.
And that's really happiness and success for me, to be able to say, finances didn't keep you from living.
Yeah. We don't get to hear that often because, in our culture, we start
Hmm.
so far behind. And
Hmm.
so we have to fight so hard to even get to the regular starting point. So
Yeah,
it's good to, share that perspective with people that, I mean, you can have better if you want better.
yeah,
And
most definitely.
you just have to, aim at the right goals and
Yeah,
acquire the skills that you need to reach that goal.
yeah, yeah, most definitely. I mean, and then in addition to that, um, success and happiness for me is helping somebody realize what they can do with their own lives,
Absolutely.
to
Yeah.
see life from a panoramic view. So,
My overall mission in life is to help people realize their potential and capitalize on their opportunities. So I feel you on
mhm,
that.
mhm.
Definitely. So, do you believe your purpose is a destiny or a journey?
um, I believe my purpose is a journey,
Hmm.
be, simply because, not to be morbid, but we are all destined to leave this earth at some point in time.
Hmm.
Um, so what do you do? What you do in between the dash is your purpose. You utilize this time as well as you can. Everything. We a lot of times, I think, don't take into account how short life is, and how, in the blink of an eye, things can just be done.
Hmm.
And we've really been slapped in the face a lot with that this year.
Yeah, for sure.
This year in particular has been a very tumultuous year,
Hmm.
and it's and so I definitely believe purpose is a journey, and because if it's a destination, and I mean, no shade towards anybody else who thinks the otherwise, but if it's a destination, sometimes you don't always see everything on your way to your destination. But if you just enjoying the journey, you know, it's like almost being in a spider web. You know, a spider web has many different strings that go many different ways, but everything always leads back to the center.
Yeah.
So, go adventure to the one side, the other side, the bottom. Go anywhere you want in the web, but bring it back. You always get to come back to the center.
Come back to the origin.
Exactly.
Well, my last question is going to be, if you knew then what you know now, would you change anything?
Um, no, no,
No.
I wouldn't. No, I mean, the one thing I would change is if I would have kept my hair a little bit longer. That would have been nice. But the experiences that I've been through, tough, and everything, because we don't have time for the whole biography of life right now. But I've seen the inside of some correctional facilities before, and other things. But it is all culminated to wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and allowing me to obtain a lot of wisdom, and so I'm appreciative of that. And it's so, like, in short, like I said, man, I really wouldn't change a whole lot. You know, the tough times have taught me to be really thankful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the good times have taught me to be thankful as well. The family members that I've lost, friends that I've gained, friends that I've lost, you know, all of it, all of it has definitely been a wonderful thing to experience. And I mean, you know, I, hopefully I won't be leaving this earth anytime soon. There's still a whole lot of life that I would like to live, a whole lot of places that I would like to see. But if if I do, then I just hope that somewhere along the way, whatever I did, something that I did stuck with somebody, and
Mm-hmm.
they would pick up where I left off and continue to keep it going and
Absolutely.
become the best, be the best version of themselves because of something that I did.
Yeah. Representation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Representation. Well, that was so great. I thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate you allowing me to come on. I mean, like I said, I'm really thankful for what you're doing. You're a black female pioneer, and there's a lot of prestige in each thing that I just said about you. So that's a really wonderful thing, and so I'm thankful to be a part of your journey. Obviously, I'm having to go here soon because my dog is crying. So,
Like, pay attention to me.
yeah, pretty much.
That's all good. I appreciate
What?
that. That's so funny.
So, but shout out to you. Shout out to Omega Sci-Fi. I try to do that. Unfortunately, I forget to do that at times, but it's because I'm like 12 years in. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of an
Don't feel
old
bad.
head.
Don't feel bad. Because I barely be like, oh, okay. We old
Yeah,
nerds.
so most definitely. Shout out to the bros. Shout out to Z5B. And I again, I appreciate it.
No problem.